Okay, folks, welcome to the Friday Waffle once again. This time it's not a live one. I trust I'm going to turn that off. Actually, I trust you're all doing fine. I'm okay. Still got the annoying cough, which yeah, it's something I'm just going to have to live with. I was at the doctor last week, I think it was, and they told me that there's not a lot you can do. You've just got to kind of put up with it. It's kind of weird because it it doesn't really seem as bad, and when I don't talk, I don't cough. But when I do cough, sorry, when I do talk, I do cough, and once you start, then it gets quite irritating. I'm sure the people at work absolutely hate me. So anyway, yeah, I hope you've had a decent week. I've had I've had quite a busy week for lots of different reasons. I was down in down south with my work. I went down with one of my colleagues. Had a good time. It was more fun because you obviously got to excuse me, we got to sit together on the plane. So it's not, you're not, rather than going down yourself, you're just kind of bit boring. It was quite good. So went down on a Tuesday, stayed the night in quite a nice hotel, and then I came back up on Wednesday. I did when we when we parked the car up in Edinburgh Airport. We used the lift to take you up to the terminal, and when we open the door, the lift door opens. The A guy called Doogie Vipond and I'm presuming it's his wife, was in the lift. If you don't know who he is, if you're a fan of the adventure show, I don't know, it's on BBC Scotland. I don't know if the adventure show is shown outside of Scotland. It's quite literally, it covers outdoor events, cycling events, ultra running, all that kind of stuff. And he was the presenter, and he's better known as the drummer of Deacon Blue, the band. Who I'm actually quite a fan of Deacon Blue. I like their stuff. So yeah, we met him, which was nice. Although the guy I was with didn't know who it was. I went, "Did you knew who that was?" He went, "Nah." I went, "Bloody Doogie Vipo," and he went, "Who?" And I told him who he went. All right, didn't know. So I do apologise for my daughter screaming in the background. So yeah, I was down south for the 2 days. Um, I've not been at Cooksoul since getting the cold, and I'll be honest with you. I started. I did mention that I actually started my new job yesterday. Same company, just a completely different role. Um, with not being at Cooksoul for over a month, because of the way I've been feeling, I've kind of realised how much sort of time it was taking up, and I do enjoy Cooksoul. I mean, I'm proud of what I've managed to achieve. I got to brown belt, but I'm now, coupled with the fact that I've started a new job, and the new job is going to involve quite a bit of training, which is going to, I'm going to have to do a bit of training and sort of, studying, what have you. I'm at the point where I'm considering not giving up Cooksoul, but giving up on a temporary basis. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I'm one of these people where I don't like letting people down, and if I do give it up, I'm not looking forward to telling my instructor. Now, I'm sure he'll be slightly disappointed. I completely get that, but it's my life. It's I need to do what's right for me. And right now, I think I probably need to kind of focus on other things just now. You know, like I says, it's not to say that I'm not going to go back. I do fully intend if I do decide to kind of take a break, I will go back. I'm saying that I fully intend to go back. Not to say that further down the line I may change my mind. I mean that's my prerogative. So I don't know. I've not decided yet. I'm probably going to give it the weekend, give it a bit of thought, and yeah, I mean, I've got lots of other things that I like to do. So I'm not. If I did decide to kind of park Cook Soul for a wee while, it would, it wouldn't be forever, and I would have plenty of stuff to kind of fill it. So that was that. Talking about exercise on last Sunday, I got a message from a couple of mates, and they wanted to know if I wanted to go out for a run. Now I haven't ran for I don't know, 2.5, 3 years. Um, and so they wanted to go out for a sort of 5K, which is 3 miles, which, 10 years ago I would have laughed in the face of 3 miles. 3 miles was like a sprint, it was nothing. But when you've not ran for such a long time, the prospect of having to run filled me with absolute dread, really did. But I went along and had an absolute blast. It was nice. It was leisurely. It wasn't fast, but I managed to cover 3 miles, and it was. Dare I say, it was easy. Really good. Weather was nice, which makes a big difference. So I've really enjoyed that, and if you watch any of my live streams, you'll probably have noticed and you'll have heard that I have got, I wouldn't say fat, I've put weight on, which, I'm 56, I'm not 16. Um, you know, the lack of doing cook soul, coupled with eating shite, and my diet is atrocious. I mean, I should really be 25 stone. I think I'm kind of blessed with a fairly fast, what do you call it? Can't remember what the phrase is. Metabolism. So I don't really get fat. But yeah, I've got my trousers. I've got my trousers. Do not lie. Um, so yeah, I need to get something to. If I'm going to give up Cook Soul for a wee while, I need to get something else that's going to fill that void. And because I had a little sneak kind of taster of running again. I'm now thinking to myself, I might give running a go again, see how I get on. Um, the great thing with running is I can do it to suit myself. The One of the biggest problems for me with Cook Soul, and it's not a criticism of anybody, it's the timing of the thing. It's on. I go twice a week, or some days 3 times. It's on a Monday and a Wednesday, and it's at 7 o'clock to 8:15, which means when I get home from work, I just end up sitting about, um, not doing very much, usually wasting time watching YouTube videos. It's not a place you want to go watching YouTube, trust me, folks. Um, and I end up just sitting about, waiting to go to cook Soul, and then by the time I come back, it's kind of 9 o'clock, and you're thinking about going to bed. So yeah, the timing. If I think if Cooksool was at like 5 o'clock, I totally get why it's not, because some people don't even get home from work until 6 o'clock. But for me personally, it would work better, and that's what I'm thinking with the running, that I could get out and do it earlier. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to be too hasty, and just knock it on the head at the moment. That's the thing about being a human being. You know, you can make a decision in your life. You can say, right, I'm going to give this up, or I'm going to do that, and then you don't do it. You're entitled to change your mind. You know, I've had people in the past will say to me, "Oh, you said you were never going to do this, or you said you were going to do that, blah 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 blah," and you haven't done it. And I'm like, well, I'm entitled to change my mind, and that's, you know, we live in a, you know, a land of freedom. We can make our own minds up about things. So I'm going to see. I'll just see how things go. But really enjoyed the run. Enjoyed the run on Sunday. That was good. Did the live stream on Sunday. What did I do? Uh, I can't for the life of me remember what I did. I did a Friday Waffle live, I think, on the Yeah, I did it on the Saturday because yeah, I wasn't seeing my girlfriend on the Saturday, so I did a live Friday Waffle on the Saturday, which I quite enjoyed. Rather than just trying to make up stuff to talk about, I split it into bits. I had like questions to answer. I played some Sid tunes. We watched a TV program, and I can't remember what else I was doing. Was I just talking? Yeah, I was playing Sid music. I think I've mentioned that already. Really good. I think it went pretty well, and it was more fun for me because there wasn't the sort of, oh god, I'm going to have to talk for 40 minutes. I've got nothing to talk about. So that was good fun. I did that on the Saturday, and on the Sunday. I can't remember what I did on Sunday. Did I do a live stream? I think I did. Can't remember what it was. No, can't remember. My mind has gone completely blank. Talking about YouTube, I'm just going to have a little kind of, not a rant, but just a moan. As you're aware, well, you're probably aware because you'll get these infernal adverts. Now, trust me, folks, listen to this. When you monetize a channel, you can have adverts at the start and finish of a video, which I have, but you can also have adverts mid-video. Now, I don't have the adverts enabled for mid-video because it would annoy me. I get really, excuse me, I'm going to cough and I'm going to pause the microphone. Excuse me. Yeah, I detest mid-video adverts, especially some videos you put on, and within 30 seconds you've got a fucking advert. So yeah, that annoys me. So and I'm going to say it, and then somebody can turn around and say, "Oh, you said you'd never do that." I never, I don't expect that I will ever put adverts mid-video on my videos because it annoys the hell out of me. I mean, you can use ad blockers or whatever. An advert at the start, fine. It takes, you know, 20 seconds, whatever. If you don't have an ad blocker thing, it does give me it maybe gives me £6 a month. I mean, that's what I earn on YouTube. It's really, it's pennies. It really is pennies. But yeah. So anyway, I've got my videos monetized, and what I've noticed, almost every video that I make these days, whether or not it contains copyright material, I mean, I understand if you make a video and you've got like an episode of Games Master or you're playing some commercial music, I understand why they say you can't monetize it. But most of my videos, excuse me a second, most of my videos that I make, yeah, they do have swearing in them, but you know, that doesn't stop you monetizing them. Um, the yeah, the intro music is non-copyright. I mean, the intro music is it's a piece of music. The guitar intro is a piece of music that a friend wrote. He composed it. playing the guitar, so it's completely free. And then the outro was a little it was a little outro that my mate Lactobacillus Prime made for me many years ago, and he used a piece of software which had sort of like loyalty, not loyalty, copyright free music. So I have no idea why YouTube insists on. Yeah, I didn't tell you that. Every video that I put out, YouTube say you cannot monetize it or it's restricted. And what you can do is you can do an appeal, and 9 times out of 10 it comes back and says, "Yep, we've reviewed it and we have agreed with you. You can make money on it." But the problem is, it takes maybe about 3 or 4 days for YouTube. I think it's like a human being actually. I think it's probably AI that instantly makes it like restricted, and then it's reviewed by a human. I think I'm not 100% sure, and it'll say, "Yep, you're fine. You can make money in this." But the problem is, my by time I get the thing to say you can make money on it, everybody that's going to watch the video has already seen it. So it's pointless. It's absolutely pointless. But it's annoying. It is almost every video it comes up. Restricted, restricted. You've got to do a review. You request a review, and then 9 times out of 10 it'll come back and say it's absolutely fine. So that is, I don't know why it's doing that. I never used to do that. It's fucking annoying. Because a channel like mine's, it's a tiny channel. As I've said loads of times, I make about £80 every 4 months. It's it's nothing. It's pennies. I don't even make £1 a week. I mean, it is so little. But it's annoying. It's really annoying when they do that. Another thing that I noticed, and it's a bit of a pet hate of mine's. They used to a few years ago, when you watched a video, you could obviously put a comment against it, or you could give it a thumbs up, or you could give it a thumbs down. And the thing that annoys me about the whole thing is a thumbs up is great. If you like something, give it a thumbs up. It gives a bit of it gives the person that took time to make that video a bit of feedback. Um, it's like a pat in the back. And that especially like me when you're making bugger all money, that is important. Somebody saying, "Well done," I enjoyed that, is great. But conversely, you could give a video a thumbs down, which I never really understood, because people would give a video a thumbs down and not tell you why. I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but the people that watch my channel, they know what they're going to get. You're going to get a gameplay video, you're going to get me looking at some sort of bit of hardware, you're going to get, I mean, the Friday Waffle, it's me talking shite. You know what you're going to get. And a few years ago, YouTube decided to not show how many thumbs down a video got, which was fine. But if you go into like the analytics of your videos, it'll tell you, it'll say like 26 thumbs up, and it's 100% thumbs up, which means 26 people gave me a thumbs up, nobody gave me a thumbs down. I was looking a couple of weeks ago at a big list of my videos, and you wouldn't believe the number of people that obviously give them thumbs down. It'll say like, I mean, I had one video, it was like a Friday Waffle or something. Let me just, the screen's going to get brighter here because I'm going to turn my monitor on for a second. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's on this one over here. In fact, let me turn this monitor off again. There we go. Right, yeah. Let me just go in just now. So I'm looking at my videos, my Sunday stream, which I did last Sunday. Yeah, it was a Game Boy stream. That's what it was. Now, eh, I call it tonight's stream is going to be Nintendo Game Boy flavored. You know what you're going to get. You know, don't watch that expecting to see a Call of Duty game. It's a Game Boy. It's a Game Boy flavored video, and that's the content I put out. Me playing Game Boy video games. That one got 3.8% dislikes. Last week's Friday Waffle was I got about 6% dislikes. I did an Arcade Perfect of Greenberry. I got 100% likes. My Friday Waffle from the 19th of April got almost 8% dislikes. I mean, here's one here. The Friday Waffle from the 12th of April. It got it only got 88.9%, which meant 11% of people that watched it. It had 260 views, so we'll say 10%. That means that 26 people watched it, or they probably didn't even watch it, and they gave it a thumbs down. Fucking hell. I mean, I just don't get it. I don't get it. There's videos that I watch where the people are really irritating, they're rude, they're obnoxious, they're going out their way to provoke a reaction, etc. Yeah, I get why these videos get thumbs down, but I don't understand why so many of my videos get a thumbs down. I mean, I did there's a Main Meister Sunday live stream, shmups, I did shoot 'em ups, and 6%, 6.5% of people gave it a thumbs down. Really? I don't get it. I don't get why people give things a thumbs down. I give videos on the odd occasion a thumbs down because, like I said, the person has been a twat, or they're being rude, or it's offensive. You know, if you don't like these kind of videos, don't watch them. Don't watch it and give me a fucking thumbs down. I mean, probably because I'm swearing. I don't know. Really don't know. Anyway, yeah, that's my kind of my moans about YouTube. Thumbs down and what do you call it? The yeah, automatically meaning I can't copyright my videos or monetize my videos. Right, I've only got two questions, and understand why. It's because last week's waffle was a live one, so people are watching it. They're watching it live, so to speak. So they're going to ask me questions in the video. But again, folks, I've only got two questions here. If you want, if you want the waffle to continue, if you want a waffle next week, get a question in. You need to get a question in. Colin Jones, Ponder. My question is, if you could afford the space and the cost, what sit-down cabinet would you buy? This could be a classic cabinet or a modern replication. He, I was at Arcade Club a couple of weeks ago, and I played two of the most iconic sit-down cabinets. One being Star Wars, and the second one being Outrun. I don't think there was well, there was a Space Harrier. It was a sit-down one, but it wasn't one that kind of moved you about. Um, I'm trying to think of any other sit-down cabinets. I mean, Colin was going on about Space Tactics, which was a kind of sit-down one. The thing is, I don't just want a sit-down cabinet because of the novelty of it being a sit-down cabinet. It has to be a good game. And Star Wars is a absolutely sublime. It's an excellent video game, based on obviously a film. The cabinet is lovely. You really feel like you're in whatever it is, the Millennium Falcon, the yoke kind of control stick thing. It's excellent. It's brilliant. But I think I don't know if I'd get bored. I think I would get to a point, not so much bored, whereas I simply wouldn't play it. But I have to say, Outrun, the cab where it pushes you about. It's even for an old game, and I mean it came out in what 1985, 1986, which was what's that? I don't know, 40 years ago, something like that. It really gives you the feeling of driving a car. The only way they could possibly improve it, I'd reckon, would be to have like fans built in to blow air as you're driving along. But the way it moves you about, it can be quite violent. You're getting pushed about. It is great. It's got a big screen. It's got the accelerator. It's got the what do you call it? It's got the gear stick. But the way it pushes you about from left to right, it's an experience. It's an absolute experience. So yeah, I mean, there's other stuff like Afterburner, and there's probably other cabinets that are more impressive. I mean, there was what was the one? What was it called? Was it 360 or something? Where I don't think you went upside down, but I think you almost were enclosed in this thing. Can't remember. And then there's like WEC Le Mans or WEC Le Mans, as it's called in other parts of the world. And you're in this little thing. It would spin quite violently around. Hard Drive in it had a kind of thing. Space Harrier with the moving ones is really good as well. You're getting moved about. Um, yeah, but I think I would go for Outrun. Thanks, Colin. And wee Bob Art. Good to listen along and enjoyed Arcade Club. Still to watch the end, but question for next time. If you could pair Dominic Diamond with another guest to interview together, who would you choose and why? Ooh, yeah, when Bob was with me and one of my other mates, we were doing an arcade club together. And as we're coming up, we put on my interview with Dominic Diamond. It's really good fun. Um, really good interview with Dominic. He's a funny person. If I could pair Dominic Diamond with another guest, I mean, I suppose I'm going to go for the obvious. You know who I'm going to say here. Dave Perry. I mean, Dominic Diamond, he's he's only famous for one thing really, and it's video games. If you're asking me to pick, I don't know, some pop star or whatever, I would think of somebody different. But Dominic Diamond is only famous for Games Master. Let's be honest. Yeah, he did appear in When Games Attack, but it's Games Master, and who else would you have apart from Dave Perry? It would be interesting to hear these guys talking about what happened face to face. I mean, when I spoke to Dominic Diamond, he did say that Dave was a twat, but he wasn't proud of how they kind of turned on him and they kind of bullied him to a point. Um, and yeah, I've been lucky enough to interview Dave a couple of times, and I think he's kind of bored of the whole thing. I mean, he gave his perspective of the whole Mario 64 kind of gate thing. If you've not seen it, go and just Google it, you'll find it. But yeah, it'd be interesting just to see these two guys talking about, Games Master, how that thing came about. Because yeah, I'm not a fan of bullying at all, and I think looking at it, I think he was. So yeah, I'm going to go for Dave Perry and Dominic Diamond. And that is it, folks. It's a short one because there's only two questions. Like I says, when I do these live waffles, you need to still give me stuff for the following week's waffle. So yeah, have a think, give me some comments. Yeah, I'm going to get going, folks. So anyway, I should hopefully be along as always on Sunday. I'm going to be doing part two of the Game Boy thing, whatever I called it, I can't remember exactly. Yeah, have a great weekend, folks. And as always, thank you very much for watching.